Good evening and a very warm welcome to your news bulletin with Television Tonga. Making headlines, Parliament's deliberations adjourned this morning for Wednesday due to lack of quorum. Road construction operations in Niuatotapu a success, and a 4-year-old boy dies after he was hit by a car driven by an 18-year-old driver. These and more stories later on in this bulletin. I'm Fatai Whenga'a with your news for tonight. Parliament's deliberations have been adjourned until Wednesday this week due to a lack of quorum. Parliament's normal operations began this morning with the morning prayer led by the People's Representative for Ewa's Constituency 11, Sunia Fili, and continue on with the roll call of the House with only 13 members present this morning. The Speaker of the House then ruled for a 15-minute break whilst waiting. If the legal quorum is met, which 14 members of the House must be present before the House convenes its normal operations. However, when the bell rang to reconvene for the second time, the Speaker of the House, Lord Fafanua, ruled to adjourn the House until Wednesday again due to the lack of quorum. Radio Tonga News understands the House has recently been adjourned for 15 minutes on several occasions, for half of the members were absent. According to Clause 25B, the Speakers shall ensure no business shall be proceeded with for 15 minutes if one half of the members, including him, are not present, and if at the end of 15 minutes the membership is still less than one half, the Speaker should adjourn the Legislative Assembly to the next day. The World Bank's assistance towards road construction and maintenance in Niuatotapu not only improve the efficiency of road transport, but it injects income to the islanders. This was witnessed during a one-day trip led by the Honourable Deputy Prime Minister, who's the Minister of Infrastructure, Sami Vaipulu, on Saturday, followed by Niua's People Representative to Parliament, Honourable Fe'a Wakata. Television Tonga's news reporter Kalolaini Tonglawa and cameraman Fuatalev Tuifua followed the visiting delegation to Niua on Saturday and filed this report.
The purpose of the one-day trip to Niuatotapu was to witness the progress of the road constructions and maintenance carried out by the people on the island. Speaking to Radio and Television Tonga News, the Honourable Deputy Prime Minister Sami Vaipulu praised the successful work from the people on the island, which has reduced the cost for road maintenance as the project was labour-based. The trip was successful and the progress of the work is very well managed, as this is a community labour-based activity where the money is injected to the local economy. Also, we're able to save up to 40% of the cost. I believe if all Tongans stand up and carry out development work similar to the people of Niuatotapu, then it will be successful. For example, the people on the island are learning to provide the maintenance work for their own roads in the long term. At the same time, the government representative on the island, Sione Whenga Iloa, told Radio and Television Tonga News this project is crucial for the islanders as it has become a development project. The program has been proven useful because around 10,000 ba'anga is injected to the island's economy a fortnight, which is a huge contribution to the island. Under the labour contract, more than 90 people, both men and women, are employed under this road construction project in Niuatotapu. The construction work here in Niuatotapu is carried out on the main road of the island, Ma'atu Road, which is from the Pasivulangi Wharf up to the airport. Two women, Kasanita Fangfangu of Hihifo and Kalolaine Kohinoa of Falehau, happily told Radio and Television Tonga News that this employment opportunity has enabled them to earn a living for their families. More than 20 women are taking part on this field project, helping the men on the island. This provides an opportunity for us as women because in return we receive payment. I believe only the people of Niua will feel the burden of this project, as we're the only people who will strive to complete it. This is a good initiative to provide employment opportunities for local people to earn income for their families. Also, the road maintenance helps to ensure efficient road transport for the island. Moreover, a young man who's amongst the labourers revealed that this contract has provided the youth on the island with employment opportunities. It's been a month since we started this project and we're happy to be employed by World Bank to conduct the road maintenance and earn income for us youth. Looking after this project is Mr. Bruce Jackson from the World Bank's funded project, the Transport Sector Support Program. Speaking to Television Tonga News, Mr. Jackson spoke more of the project.
What we did this time, rather than use a mechanised approach, we used a labour-based approach. So we used the input of labour with a small amount of hand tools and materials to do the job that we would normally do with heavy plant and equipment. So what we've been able to do over the last 6 weeks is to seal what is nearly the complete section of road from the marine port to the airport, and we've used an old technology, which is an emulsion seal, with a sand aggregate. So we've now overlaid what will be a good 60% of the roads, and we plan to do the remainder shortly.
Mr. Jackson believes it is vital that this type of labour-based mechanism is practiced for every development project, as it has been proven cheaper and efficient.
It's got huge advantages for bringing an injection of money or funds into an economy. This is the kind of cornerstone of the road maintenance fund, which is just about to start now. And we're going to use a lot of these approaches where we bring in a labour-based approach, so the end result is that we get a lot of employment come out of it rather than a lot of mechanised input. So it's a very exciting time, and I think in a way it's kind of back to basics to get a really good result. Yeah, it's the first one of this type that we've been involved with, yes, but we're assisting another program, being the post-tsunami reconstruction project on this one, but we're bringing our input and understanding of these type of processes to this project.
Meanwhile, the acting director of the land transport sector, Tevita Lavemai, says the successful project is funded from the leftover grant from World Bank for the post-tsunami project. The funds are estimated at more than 400,000 pa'anga, which was divided for road construction and maintenance in Niuatop-Tapu. At present, the people of Niuatop-Tapu are putting final touches to the first step of the road maintenance, which is sand seal, a traditional method of road construction before applying the tar. Once the road construction project completes, there are plans to continue on to other roads on the island. For Television Tonga News, I'm Caroline Tonglava.
A 4-year-old boy passed away last Friday after being hit by a vehicle at the main Tawhahau Road in Hateho. Deputy Police Commissioner Sokai Motopaka revealed this to Radio and Television Tonga News this morning. Police has charged the driver of the vehicle, an 18-year-old girl, and alleged of driving without a license, negligence driving, and manslaughter. Deputy Commissioner Motopaka urged the drivers to be cautious when driving to avoid such fatal incidents. Police also confirmed this is the third death caused by road accidents for this year, compared to 8 deaths in the same time last year. A 24-year-old man has been recaptured after he escaped from the Oi Hospital in Hapai while he was treated for wounds sustained whilst escaping a break-in at an Asian shop on the island. Sinlato with more net story.
According to information from the police superintendent in Hapai, Inspector Augustino Peleki, the young man was taken to hospital on September 6 after he tried to escape to Fotuha'a, another island in the Hapai group. The police reacted fast to the incident and found out that he was wounded. According to reports, the suspect sustained some major injuries, and if he succeeded in escaping, something serious would have happened to him. Police took him straight to the hospital, and Dr. Vasiwola says to leave him there so his wounds could be treated. On September 9th, we got a report from the doctor that he has escaped from the hospital. We blocked every possible escape route so that the suspect couldn't be able to escape from Pangai in Hapai. In an interview with Radio and Television Tonga News, Inspector Peleki says that the young man is charged for 4 counts. After work was conducted towards the incident, we then charged him for break-in, injuring another man, damaging property, and another. Those are 4 crimes to which he is charged with. He is currently under bail to make sure he does not escape before the magistrate arrives on the island. The young man committed these offences while he was under bail for separate break-ins and theft. The suspect broke into an Asian shop in Hifo Hapai and injured the owner before fleeing the crime scene. That's when he sustained his wounds. Inspector Peleki says the young man did not commit theft from the shop.
Tonga is joining other countries around the world in marking the Ozone Layer Day today. The theme is A Clean Atmosphere, the Future We Want. Speaking to Radio and Television Tonga News, the Ozone Layer Local Project Manager from the Ministry of Environment, Wikiloto Wunga, says the concerns regarding the dangerous extreme ultraviolet radiation from the ozone layer is it can cause blindness and skin cancer. Sinlato reports.
Tonga, amongst other 197 countries around the world, are marking the Ozone Layer Day today, September 16th, which is marked every year. According to Wikiloto Wunga from the Ministry of Environment, who's looking after the ozone layer projects, the ozone layer has been affected from dangerous gases when using the air conditioning devices and also the usage of refrigerators. There are a lot of health-related impacts of the ozone layer, including skin cancer, blindness, and also weakening the body's immune system. Many countries around the world, including New Zealand, have a huge number of patients suffering from skin cancer. Mr. Wunga added that it has been recognized worldwide the direct impact of this technology on the ozone layer in the 1970s. One of the advices we have received is to inform the public to wear sunglasses and a hat during a sunny day, also urging the public to stay in the shades. Countries around the world, Tonga included, are aiming to return back the ozone layer to its previous condition by 2060.
Tonga Whaiamani has started working as EWA's new government representative. Mr. Whaiamani succeeds the former government representative of the island, Semisi Halaholo, who has retired. According to a report from Radio and Television Tonga Stringer in EWA, Tufio Finau, Mr. Whaiamani started working in his new post last week. He says that Mr. Whaiamani was a former town officer of the village of Whamotu, Tongatapu, before taking up his new post in the island of Ewa. The Tonga Defence Services prioritises the important role of safeguarding the Pacific waters in order to maintain the supply of the marine organisms because it injects income for local families. This is the purpose of conducting the first maritime exercise in collaboration with other Navy troops from other Pacific countries. Lieutenant Commander Prispin Lokotui from Tonga Defence Services confirmed this with Radio and Television Tonga News this morning. Lieutenant Commander Prispin Lokotui says the problem of illegal fishing in the Pacific waters is on the rise, where foreign fishing vessels fish in the Pacific zone without the authorities' knowledge. The foreign fishing vessels visit the Pacific countries as they know that they are not well protected. A clear example is the island of Kiribati, which is rich in minerals from their waters, but it is not safeguarded. Same goes to the island of Papua New Guinea. They only have a Coast Guard vessel to guard their waters. If they go after another foreign vessel, they will run out of petrol before catching it. He adds this is the purpose of Navy personnel from neighbouring islands conduct its marine exercise, which will help them enhance their marine skills and how to put a stop to this regional problem. Taking part are Navy personnel from Niue, Samoa, Cook Islands, and others. The governments of Australia, France, and New Zealand are assisting this program financially. And that's the local news. Pacific is up next.